Hello, here's how to get started with prompt engineering and prompt management in Agenta. First, we're going to create a new prompt. We have the choice between a completion prompt and a chat prompt. Completion prompt is for single turn applications like classification, while a chat prompt is for something like a chatbot that has a conversation. Let's create a completion prompt, call it test prompt. We see here our playground. The playground allows us to provide the configuration of the prompt. That's the prompt template, and run it. So for example, here you're an expert in geography. What is the capital of some variable, country? And if we click France, then the LLM would say the capital is Paris. We can add more variables, for example, here with an input, and we see it here. And we have the ability to have multiple inputs, compare things side by side, change the model. But right now, what we want to do, let's say we're happy with the results, is to commit a new version. We have the ability either to create a new version from this branch or create a new variant, which is what we call branches in Agenta. Let's create a new variant, call it test. We have the ability to provide commit notes describing what are we changing. So here is what we changed. We can commit this, and now a new version will be created. If we go to the registry, we can see all the revisions that are in Agenta with all the commit notes. And now let's say we're happy with that and we want to deploy it. We can click here, click on deploy, and select an environment. Let's select the production environment and write some deployment note. Now the difference between the registry and the deployment is that the registry and the variants are basically everything that you're experimenting with, and the deployments are things that are going in production. Usually you can create a lot of kind of different experiments and versions, but most of them don't go to production. So I have here our deployment. If I go to production, I can see everything that has been deployed. Can see the history, rollback, and revisions. And now we have that, we want to integrate it with our code. So we want to use the last revision that is in production. You can click here on Use API and copy paste this code and go to VS Code. So you can see here that I've copy pasted the snippet into my VS Code, and I have set the Agenta API key and the OpenAI API key as environment variable, and I'm using the SDK to fetch the prompt from Agenta. Of course, I can do it also using the API endpoints directly. So here I'm using the function get from registry, which fetches prompt from Agenta, and I need to provide a reference on where to find the prompt. So I provide the name or the slug of the app we created, which was test prompt, and the slug for the environment variable. I could also fetch a specific revision within that environment, or a specific a commit even from the variant, so pre-production. And if I run this here now, then I can see the JSON returned by Agenta, which includes the prompt template, the messages, but also the LLM configuration, which includes the model, any tools that have been used, or model parameters. So now let's say we want to use this in our OpenAI call. Obviously all the information we need is already in the config, but we provide a helper class, which is prompt template, where we can give the prompt and provide you with helper to format the prompt, but also to translate the formatted prompt to OpenAI arguments. And I can run this. And here again, we're using the country France. If you remember, the prompt was, what is the capital? And we can see that the capital of France is Paris. So that would close the loop. Now if we go back to our playground and deploy a new revision into the production environment, it would be automatically loaded and used from this code and updated. That's it. I hope that was useful. and have a great day.